Moninder, as you rightly addressed me, is the name, and I look after global emerging markets. That's basically the region between, well, Philippines on one side to Peru or on the other, or South America, Africa, Middle East, Turkey, India, Southeast Asia, Central Asia, everything there. Yeah, well, a very topical question because we're at GITEX and we have announced some products here, which, of course, you would get a chance to see at our booth. And those have and are showcasing all those innovations as well, right? So instead of talking about just what is happening over the last 6-12 months in a very ambiguous way, I would take the examples of some of those products. And this may dovetail into your, maybe some questions you have on our presence here as well. So if you look at, for example, the MX Master 4, which has just been launched, the successor to the MX Master 3, which has been the most widely recognized mouse in history. It has incorporated haptic feedback. So that helps the developers and designers even more. So that's something completely new. We are showcasing it here. Then we've got the new wireless solar keyboard. And this time, the solar keyboard that we've had solar keyboards once before. We were ahead of our time. And the solar keyboard can charge itself not just in sunlight, but any light. So it charges itself all the time. That one you can see there. Then we have from our enterprise business, we are showcasing the Zone Wired and Wireless 2, which have dongle-less native Bluetooth, which makes it not just secure, but easy to manage. So we are showcasing those here as well. We have the Rally Board 65, our first foray into smart boards. And like innovation is in our DNA. So this one, if you take a look at how it flips, how the cameras can be placed, the design, great. And we've got something called Logitech Spot, which is an environment sensing device. It can tell you the air quality, it can tell you the presence of people in the room. So very interesting devices, and we would love to show them to you physically. So all these are innovations that are just being done. Look, hybrid office is the best thing that could happen, or hybrid work is the best thing that could happen. Pre-pandemic, it was all office. During the pandemic, it was all home. And therefore, before there were people buying just for office meeting rooms, office desks. And then during the pandemic, people were buying for their home workspaces, home desks. Once we have hybrid work, we have two attach opportunities, right? One in the office space and one in the home space. So that, I think, has been a blessing for us, because even now, nobody is completely working from home or nobody is completely working from office. So you have great devices which people use for productivity purposes, collaboration purposes in office, but sometimes they work from home, trying to avoid the traffic, trying to avoid travel, and they have a set at home as well. So I think a hybrid culture is not going to go away, and we are fantastically positioned to take advantage of that. Now, we were lucky, or you could say we had kind of some foresight, because we got into the video collaboration business before the pandemic, a few years before the pandemic. So by the time the pandemic struck, we actually had a great product range. And along with certain platforms which came along, we disrupted the market, made video collaboration accessible, more democratic, because earlier it used to cost an arm and a leg to outfit a room, right? But Logitech made it easy, plus USB plug and play and so on. And along with Zoom, Teams, Google, and other platforms, it got democratized. So I think it was a big thing. So there's obviously stuff that you can carry to both places, but I would say more importantly, there has to be a solution perfect for the workspace and a solution perfect for home. And in some categories, it's possible to carry the same solution to both. But in many categories, you will have to have a different solution. So our products tap into both opportunities.
Let's go to the position.
I don't think there's anything called high value, low value. There's something called right value, for sure. No, Logitech, yeah, we operate in a lot of spaces and you may consider them commoditized, right? But if you really look at it, what is commoditization? Commoditization exists because people don't spend enough on R&D. Now, our expenditure on R&D for the last couple of years has been close to $300 million, $287, $289 million. Now, that drives the innovation and why we become such a preferred brand. Now, it's not true for most companies. Actually, in our space, if you look at least the mice, keyboard, webcam, headset, etc. space, very few companies even have a revenue of around $300 million. We spend that much on understanding the consumer, understanding the trends, and making sure that we, cater to them. So I think commoditization is for people who don't want to do research and who don't want to value add and just, take the maximum out of a market, take the maximum out of a product. We don't think that way. "2018 is the first time I came to Dubai. No, it's not the first time I came to Dubai. First time I came to Dubai as somebody is responsible for this region in addition to what I was doing. And at that time, we had 7 to 9 people in our Dubai office looking after Africa, Middle East, everywhere. Now that number is comfortably close to 4 or 5 times that number. Also, because we've invested in our products, we've had more opportunities to engage with more channel partners. So I said, Logitech wasn't a known force in B2B 7 years back, but now it's a leading force in B2B. So we now engage with the B2B partners as well. That time, B2C partners, retailers were not that well penetrated. Now they are. And you know what the biggest commitment is, apart from manpower, which we have scaled up dramatically, is the fact that we have set up a regional distribution center in Dubai in April this year. So far, we manufacture in multiple locations across the world, whether it's China or Mexico or Taiwan or Vietnam or Malaysia. But all the products were being shipped from a warehouse somewhere in China or somewhere in Singapore, etc. But now we have a warehouse in Dubai. Now that improves our speed to market. It makes sure that customers get access to products almost simultaneously. After a long time, this year was the first time we could simultaneously launch products like the Solar Keyboard, the MX Master 4, along with the rest of the world, along with the same dates. So I think this has really been a game changer for us and something that we should have done earlier, but we have done now. It shows our commitment to this part of the world. It's a big thing. Well, AI I've already talked about. For example, our Zone Wired and Wireless 2, they have AI, which have therefore a very advanced ANC, noise cancellation, right? So that's there. AI is in Spot, which is the one I was telling you that it senses was the air quality. So AI is in Rally Board. It's in our mice, in some of the buttons where you have. So AI is practically in a lot of our products. And the other word that has AI in it, but you haven't asked me, but I'll still tell you, is sustainability. And most of our products now come with carbon labeling. Carbon is a new calorie. So you have calorie labels on the on the products, on the food, but we have carbon labeling on our products. And most of our products are made from recycled plastic. Logitech is known as the most sustainable vendor in this space in IT, as a matter of fact.